Hello, everyone. It is Mr. Fernandez, and as part of our finance week, there is something fundamental that we need to understand before we can move forward. So in the previous video, I showed you how to figure out your income. Now, and I also explained to you what your net income and your gross income are. So remember, your gross income, everything you earn. Your net income is what you actually take home after taxes are taken off, if you have to pay for your benefits, anything that comes off of your paycheck before it gets into your bank account. So gross is everything. Net is everything that's left over after deductions and takeaways. Now, in order to figure out what your taxes are, you need to really understand how to convert percentages into decimals. So that's what this video is. It's nothing major. You're really just going from a percent into a decimal. Percent into decimal. That's what we're going to do. So let's start with something easy. And I'll show you two ways to do it. One is the actual mathematical way. The other one is the cheating way and the way that I much prefer. So let's say you have 75%. Now, if you have 75% of taxes, you are earning mucho dollars and you are having buku bucks taken off. We actually don't tax that high in Canada. So you're never going to have 75% of your income taken off. So 75%. Now, how do we get that to a decimal? Pretty simple. Percent, this little doohickey right here, it actually means per cent for 100. That's what it actually means. Per cent per 100. So if you have 75%, that means you have 75 of the 100. So we're going to take our 75 and divide it by 100. So it'll look like that. And what does that result in? 0.75. Now, you can see here, I didn't do any fancy equations. I don't have time for that. I would either use my phone and put my calculator on, or this is how you do the shortcut. All numbers are actually decimal numbers, but when they don't have a decimal after it, it means it's a zero. So 75 is actually 75 decimal zero. That's every number. 1 is actually 1 decimal zero. I am 28 years old. I am actually 28 decimal 0 years old. That's a lie because it's been a couple months since my birthday, but that's what that number means. Every single number is officially a decimal number. Now, that's important to remember because what we're going to do is we're going to take this little decimal number, this little decimal, and we're going to move it. And all we have to do, see if I can do this right. Yeah, look at me go. Is take this and move it once to here, and then move it a second time to here. And then that would equal 0.75. That's it. That's how you calculate your decimal when you're wanting to go from a percent to decimal. And it's because you have 2 zeros here, so you need to move it 2 ways that way. That's it. That's all. If I have, let's say, a more realistic taxation number, so let's say I'm being taxed 22% of my income. I'm going to take this and just move, so you can see again 0 and 0 right there. Take my little decimal and go 1, 2 right to here. And so that would equal 0.22. And it works in reverse. If I have 0.22 and I want to go to a percent, I'm going to take it and go 1, 2, and that would equal 22%. And keep in mind, if you have, let's say, a 6%, okay, so it looks like that, 1, 2, and you put it here. Now, what's here? It's actually a 0. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So 6% equals 0.06. And that's how you're going to figure out how to move from a percent to a decimal and a decimal to a percent. That's it. That's all you need to know for going forward. The next video that you should watch will be the one that goes over taxes. And so I'm going to explain to you, and it's complicated, so be patient. But I'm going to explain to you the different tax levels and the tax brackets and how you're going to calculate how much you actually take home. Okay? So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, let me know. Bye, everyone.